Welcome to the Wellness Abundance Podcast. I'm Melissa King, your podcast host, certified master health coach, certified personal trainer, and founder of Wellness Abundance Coaching. The purpose of this podcast is to share healthy lifestyle tips to empower you to design the abundant life you want and deserve. I'll chat with inspiring people who have built a strong foundation to build a life they love. I believe we all have the power within ourselves to create wellness abundance in all areas of our life. We simply need to find the courage within ourselves to take action. Our vision for this podcast is to help you create wellness abundance in your life with clarity, empowerment, and flexibility. Grab your favorite beverage and enjoy the episode. All right, welcome back to the Wellness Abundance Podcast. I am super excited about my guest today, Karen Lopez. She is the owner of Body Contouring, California Body Contouring. Oh my gosh, I almost got that right the first time. Here in Westlake Village, California. And we connected a couple of months ago at a networking event and just thought, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to learn more about body contouring because I don't really know a lot about it. And since, most of my audience are women, as far as I know, I thought it'd be great to have Karen on to share what she does. So Karen, welcome.
Hi, thank you. I'm excited to be here. I know it's been a long time in the works, but I'm excited to get
Yeah,
to know
yeah.
you a little bit more and talk about, how both of our, career choices kind of align together.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting how, how people just kind of come into your life and you're like, oh my gosh, like we need to work together. We need to do something together. And sometimes it takes
Hmm.
a little while to get it going, but we're here. We did it. So.
Yeah, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you were the very first person I introduced myself to, and it was just the perfect match.
Yes, it was. It was. Yeah. So Karen and I, if I haven't said already, met at a networking event, and a friend of mine from another networking group I'm a part of invited me because she's friends with Drew, the one who heads up the networking event that Karen and I met at. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I love meeting new people, and seeing how I can, just help bring them business and see how we can work together because it's all I tell this to to my clients and also to coaches that I train at the health coaching school I work at, that it's all about collaborating and creating that team of health and wellness professionals to surround yourself with and encourage your clients to do that because we're not experts in everything, so we need,
Right,
when
exactly.
we all collaborate and create this partnership between all of us, we can help you, our client, really kind of take your health to the next level. So that's the most exciting thing for me about, collaborating.
Yeah,
So
definitely, definitely. I get a lot of clients that need help in, different areas of their life. So I love to be able to give them the resources and, people that may, help them out. So yeah, definitely.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about you, Karen. What got you started in the body contouring business and whatever you want to share with
So
us.
yeah, so it all started because I went in to go get body contouring. This was a couple years back, and I had gotten these ads on Instagram. So I went on their page. It looked really aesthetically pleasing. And, they were talking about inch loss. I was like, what is this about? And after, a couple weeks, I decided to go get it done on myself. And it all started from there. As soon as, I built that relationship with the tech, I was really curious about how the technology worked, how I was losing these inches, and it all started from there. I did my own research after that, and I decided, you know what? I want to go ahead and do this. So I took the risk. I went and got all my certifications and then opened up my little business actually out in Ventura. So that's where I started. I started in Ventura. I was out there for a couple years and then made my way out here to Thousand Oaks. But it all started because I went in myself to get body contouring done. And at that point, I had never even heard of anything non-invasive. So that's where it just kind of blew my mind. Like something can reduce inches in your body, lose fat. You don't have to go under the knife.
Mm.
So it was really appealing to me, and it got me excited. It got me excited of not only what I was doing, but technology and how it's advancing, and how I could be a part of that.
Hmm. Yeah, I love that. I love that you had your own experience with it. You saw the results, you saw that it was effective, and the fact that you loved that you didn't have to go under the knife, to use your
Yes.
words. And I always think it's crazy. Maybe this is me, maybe just being a little bit judgmental, crazy that people are that desperate that they would be willing to go under the knife. And I hear
Oh
that and
yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, no, 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 there's alternatives.
Hmm.
There's
I
definitely a
hear
better
that.
way.
Definitely. I hear that all the time. People come and they're opposed to, going under the knife, or they're just right on the edge of, do I need to go under the knife? Is this something that can help me and I don't need to go that route? Which is, really nice for me to kind of introduce them to body contouring world, and help them out, help them feel more confident, work on those stubborn areas, and see their transformation as well.
So tell us a little bit about what you do over there at California Body Contouring. Or,
So we specialize in all body contour, and there's a number of different technologies that we use to target different, um, as far as, I guess you'd say, areas. They all work well together, but I guess to kind of get into the different technologies, we do laser lipo. So what laser lipo does is it shrinks the fat cells, it softens any of that stubborn fat, and it's also stimulating your blood circulation and your lymphatic system. So it's kind of prepping the body. Um, there's a second technology called cavitation, and since the laser lipo gets everything soft and those fat cells small, it makes it easier for then cavitation to burst those fat cells. So cavitation is a low frequency wave that's entering your body. It's creating bubbles around those fat cells, which over time will burst. And this will break up that outer most layer of the fat cell. So it's all heat. It's all very comfortable. Over time, what's happening is these fat cells will liquefy and they all expel through the lymphatic system. So that's why it's really important to drink enough water so that you're flushing out all of those toxins. And we have a third technology, which is the radio frequency. This stimulates your natural collagen and elastin. So since we're reducing the area, reducing those inches, a lot of the time the skin will become a little bit loose. So we want to make sure to always tighten everything back up with that radio frequency. And, just depending on what each person needs, sometimes we have people that have a little more cellulite or more loose skin. We're kind of curating those treatments based on, what the person needs.
okay, so you have the first process, which is you said it's like heating up the cells, the fat cells,
Yes.
right?
Yes, the energy is entering those fat cells and it's shrinking those fat
Okay.
cells.
Wow.
Yes.
So do you find that most people who come in, do they do all three steps, or does it really just kind of depend on the person? I know you may have just answered this and maybe I missed it. Um,
No, definitely. This is something that I get asked all the time. People hear about these different technologies and they come in and they just want the cavitation or whatever it is. So these technologies work best together. And some people may need more cavitation and they don't need the skin tightening. I have so many clients like that. But no matter what they need the most of, we always start with laser lipo. We always want to heat up that skin, get that blood circulating, helping to minimize those fat cells and soften any of that stubborn fat, it makes it then easier to reduce those inches. So we want to ultimately either tighten the skin or burst those fat cells. So we always start with that first step, the laser lipo, and whether they need the cavitation or they need the skin tightening, we'll kind of gear towards whichever one that they need. Sometimes people need all three of them, and we're targeting everything at once. So yeah, sometimes they do. It just depends person to person. Like I said, let's say we're working on the back of the thighs and you've got some cellulite back there, then we'd probably be doing all three. As far as maybe like the arms, you're going to need, most people need more skin tightening there. So it depends on the body part as well, and also how your body's going to react to it.
Okay, so when someone comes in and you feel like they need all three steps, do you do them all in one appointment, or do you separate them out, or how does that work?
So typically, yes, we do it all in one appointment. Depends how the severity of the issue is. I like to spend most of my time focusing on what they need, whether that's the fat reduction or let's say the stimulating your collagen. Um, just because each session is 45 minutes long, typically the laser lipo is about 20 minutes. So we have the remainder 25 minutes to work on the area with either cavitation or laser light, or sorry, or radio frequencies. So if you really don't need that much skin tightening, then I rather focus on cavitation and really try to
Mhm.
break down those fat cells, and give you what you need, opposed to, splitting that time between the other two technologies and not really, you won't see the best the best results if I just focus on, both, if
Mhm.
you don't, need it.
Yeah. So you really personalize what
Yes.
what each individual needs.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all personalized. What do they need? That is why I tell everybody what you get in your session is all of the technologies, whether you need it or not. Um, it's all included. You're never going to, pay for an upcharge, to get an additional technology. It's all included. We just kind of curate a treatment plan that's going to be best for
Mm.
you. As I start seeing your body change, we might change that treatment plan on you, so it'll just depend. We kind of keep an eye on you every time you come in. I want to look at the area and see if we need to change the plan on you.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up like frequency, because that was going to be my next question is how frequently do your clients typically need to come in and get this treatment? I understand that it's probably different for everyone, but what's like on average, or what do you usually see?
On average, we want to see you once a week. It's a consistency thing. Every time someone comes in, we see a little difference. You're getting more and more results the more that you come in. So once a week is perfect. You want to let your body process everything that we work
Mm.
on during the treatment. So that means drinking your water, I always say, any type of exercise, keep your body moving, whether that's a long
Mm.
power walk or you do cardio, whatever it may be. I want you moving your body to make sure you're releasing all of those toxins out. It's so, so important. And it maximizes your results too. So I really encourage that for every client that I have. And some people are already doing it and some people are not. But it's also about creating those habits. Some people come in and they don't drink enough water, but as soon as they decide that this is something they want to start, they start implementing more water, more exercise, and it just becomes a nice habit that they're creating in these, let's say, next 10 weeks, which is really nice because once they finish their program, they've kind of created this really good habit for themselves, and it only maintains the results a little bit longer. So, to answer your question, once a week, every now and then, depending on each person, if we're kind of seeing a slower result, I might ask them to come in twice a week, but twice a week would be the maximum amount. Um, Sometimes I have people that come in for only laser lipo. It is safe to do laser lipo every day. But as far as a full treatment with all three technologies, we want to wait at least 48 hours in between
Mm-hmm.
the sessions. Um, but I typically keep it at 2 sessions a week max.
Okay. And for how long? Like, how long would a program typically be?
It takes about 6 sessions to see results.
Okay.
I always recommend a little bit more than that because 6 sessions is kind of that turning point. So you want to go beyond the turning point to see more results. Some people's bodies react so well. I have seen people get really good results with just 3 sessions or with the six
Wow.
sessions. So it's something that is out of my hands. I'm not entirely sure how your body's going to react to
Hmm.
it. But for the most part, on average, it's about 10 weeks, 10 sessions. If we did do, let's say, more than 1 session a week, then, that's reduced to maybe 8 weeks or so.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I wanted to get into like the health and fitness space is because I'm just so fascinated with how everybody's body is unique. Like we all thrive on movement, proper sleep, nutrient dense foods, hydration. Um, but the reality is like everybody responds differently to like everything. So
Yes.
yeah, it's interesting to me. And I'm glad that I just want to touch on something you said about moving their body like after the sessions, because really and like I said, I'm not very educated. This is all new to me, but what you're saying is, you need to move those toxins, through your lymphatic system. And one of the ways to do that is to just move your body, keep your blood flowing. And that's what I tell my fitness clients too, and my health coaching clients too. But specifically my fitness clients, when they're after working out, like keep moving your body, keep that blood flowing. And if you're sore tomorrow and then the day after, your muscle soreness, keep moving your body, because that just means you have excess toxins in your muscles and you need to move them out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the first 2 days after your treatment. That's when it's most crucial to really make sure to take all of those toxins out. And especially someone that's never done body contouring or anything similar, we're really shocking the body with something so different.
Mhm.
So it's just so important to make sure that you're releasing all of that. And it's awful. It's going to give you better results.
Yeah, you definitely want to maximize your results, because this is a service that you're number one, it's a financial investment. And number two, you're doing this to your body for a reason, to make it
Mhm.
healthier
Exactly.
and to really just shrink those fat cells. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and going back to how your body reacts, a lot of the times I have, clients that are starting menopause or they're going through it or they're post. So that has a big, indicator of how your body's going to react. Or I have postpartum clients.
Mhm.
It all depends. You're at different stages of your life. Your body's working a little bit quicker or slowing down. So that is also key to how quickly your body's gonna process everything out.
Yeah. 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 Do you get a lot of postpartum clients, by the way? I didn't even think about that.
I do. Yeah, postpartum and menopause. Those are my two most
Okay.
popular types of clients. Mm-hmm.
Okay, postpartum and menopause. Yeah, that makes sense because you're trying to get the baby weight off
Mm-hmm.
from growing a human in your body for 9 months.
Yes,
And
yes.
then,
Especially with the loose skin. A lot of
yes.
people have that loose skin. Um, and not only do they come in to, lose that mommy pouch or start to really work on their bodies, but it's more even just a mental thing for them. They start to
Mhm.
feel like themselves, they start to get motivated. It's something that they're doing for themselves, and coming in, they tell me all the time, this is my me time. I don't get interrupted. I am at peace here. So that's really nice for myself to hear, because it just makes me feel good that this is an environment that they feel
Yeah.
comfortable coming to. So it's a bonus on top of getting body contouring done. They feel good doing it.
For me it's like when I go get my hair done, when I get my hair
Right.
cut. It's just like
Exactly.
sitting in the chair relaxing,
Yeah.
like talking to my hairdresser and just I'm like, I don't have to work. I don't have to stare at a screen. I don't have to answer
Exactly.
emails. I don't have to help my husband with anything, or I don't need to tell him what we're having for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to sit and get my hair washed, my scalp
Right.
massaged. Oh my
It's
gosh.
yes, it's that self-care, that
Yeah.
mindless thing that you get to do for yourself, and it feels good. It's like a little reset button.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really just a great overall physical and mental health,
hmm
kind of like rejuvenation, if you will.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And on top of that, I do also get clients that, they're working out, they're doing everything possible. They're, quote unquote gym rats, but they just cannot get that stubborn fat out. And so they come and they need that extra boost, where they've been losing the weight and they need a little bit of that skin tightening. So, I see a little bit of everything. I really, really do.
Yeah, it's interesting with weight loss because it is so exciting to just release that extra fat that you've been carrying around. It's not just something physical that you're releasing, but like a
Right.
mental release as well. But then you have to deal with now is my skin saggy. And it's
hmm
difficult for women too because we don't naturally like really get super bulky because we just don't have enough testosterone
Right.
running through our body. We're just not built like that unless we take unless we juice,
hmm
and so it's hard for us to it's a little bit harder for us to really kind of, get tone. We really have to, increase our protein intake and then if needed do things like, use your services to really kind of tighten up that skin.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's really rewarding too to see somebody's body transformation, and see them get motivated and start the gym or go, continue going to the gym. So it's probably one of my favorite things is just seeing their transformation and being with them along that whole journey as well.
Yeah. I feel the same way when I work with my clients and yeah, it's just I feel like it's just such a privilege to be with them on that journey
Mhm.
and that they've actually invited me. Like
Right.
obviously they're
Yes.
reaching out to us because we're experts in the field that
Right.
we work in this, but it's like, wow, we're actually helping them make change, better their life and
hmm
everything. And yeah, I agree with you. I feel the exact same way. Even if I have clients who go through my 12-week program and they don't lose a lot of weight, but they're like, I feel better. I have consistent energy levels. I'm sleeping better. My mental health is better. I'm not depressed
Yeah.
anymore. I know how to take time for myself. I have my self-care routine where I don't have any interruptions from partners or kids or anyone, and I feel so good. That's really, you know,
Right.
what I want. It's not just about looks, but we want to, we all want to look good because it helps
Hmm.
us feel good. And for women especially, I know it's hard, especially like the perimenopause
Hmm.
stage too, where women just kind of randomly start gaining weight without changing anything. They're like, nothing's
Right.
changed in my diet. What is happening?
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
definitely. I hear that all the time. And they know they're going through, premenopause or they've started. And yeah, everything's been the same. They just don't know. It's something new to them. So they don't know where to go, how to do it.
yeah.
Um, but it's yeah, like you said, it's really nice when they tell you they feel better. I always try to really connect with my clients and try to get to know their sleeping habits, their eating habits, and kind of guide them a little bit in that way, and in any way that I can with what I know as far as nutrition and all of that, and creating those good habits and seeing that they're feeling better. So that's always something that I try to do as well with my clients.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like there's not enough practitioners out there who do what you do to that ask questions like that. How are you sleeping? What are you eating?
Right.
What's your
Hmm.
exercise routine look like? You know?
Right. Because I feel like it's more than just the body contouring. Of course, that's the main focus. But what are you doing when you step out of the door? And how can I help you or guide you or give you the resources to help you out when you're out there? Because what I tell clients all the time when I'm trying to get to know them is I don't want you to not have that slice of pizza, right?
Hmm.
If I completely cut that out for these next 10 weeks and then we're done and you go out in the world and you just eat anything that you love, where are we going to be, right? So
Yeah.
it's just that's why it's creating those really good habits and staying consistent with it. It's a lifestyle. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And as they start to reduce those inches, that circumference, they start to get that skin. It's all a journey that I'm here with them throughout the way. I have clients that have been here for years, and it's like we work on one area and then we work on another area, and then they've started a boxing class and now they're doing yoga. And so it's just like we're kind of going back and forth and kind of seeing what works and creating that lifestyle for them.
Sometimes you just need just that one thing that's the
Mhm.
catapult to get you going. So, and also, I feel like so a couple of things like weight loss drugs and body contouring, these two things can be seen as like a quick fix.
Right.
However, if you just see them as one tool in your toolbox of a bunch of other tools, it can make a big difference. Everyone's different. So, I'm in the health coaching space that I'm in. There is we do have, some coaches who are very dogmatic about you have to eat good 100% of the time, zero alcohol, you have to get to sleep on time, and they have all these super strict rules.
Hmm.
And that's great because it may work for them and it may work for their clients, but that's not how I operate as a health coach. I operate more like you, where it's like, you have to have that piece of pizza if you
Hmm.
want it, and you
Right.
have to live your life, but you do it within reason.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it's so important to make sure that they understand that and And that's what this also is sometimes. People come in and they don't know what body contouring is. So it's that education piece of making sure they understand what this is, how it works, and how to implement it into their journey, whether they're starting or it's an ongoing journey that they're going through. Because I do see it all the time. People come in and they're scared. They don't know, they don't know what it is. And I always tell them, it's non-invasive. It's gonna take time, but I'm gonna be here to make sure that we get the results that you're looking for.
Yeah, that collaboration is so incredibly important. And I notice it more and more not, I mean, that's how I was trained in the health coaching program I went through. It's really a collaboration with you and your client, but there are some, practitioners out there who, especially medical doctors, who just tell their patients what to do. You need to go do XYZ
Hmm.
without any direction or
Right.
any follow up, or not that we're hand holders. We don't want to babysit our clients or anything.
Exactly.
But it sounds like you operate like basically exactly how I operate my health coaching business, only in the body contouring space. So I love that. I think I'm really excited about this, and I feel like this was the reason why we really kind of instantly connected a few months
Right.
back.
Yes, yes. I
Is
felt like it was just the perfect like piece. Like they go hand in hand together.
yeah. Definitely, yeah. And I'm always open to, I love collaborating too with other practitioners, and, introducing them to my community who do kind of alternative, I don't know if I hope you're not offended by that word
No,
for
no,
body
not at all.
contouring, but just like, I guess not going the traditional route with just food and exercise and sleep. That's what I
Right,
mean,
right.
because it all, we have to embrace this technology, and yeah.
No, definitely. Especially because technology is advancing so much,
Yes.
and it's just insane what these, machines and this technology can do to us, safely too. It's all safe, no downtime. So it's exciting to see what the future will be like as far as body contouring and everything else that's going to evolve with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, do you offer any other services at your practice?
We have add-ons as far as the sauna blanket, which burns 400 to 600 calories. It's
Wow.
influencing that blood circulation. It's making you sweat. So I have clients that do their body contouring and they come an additional day or that same day, and then they get in the sauna blanket and they really try to sweat everything out. We have that and lymphatic drainage massage. Same thing, we're releasing all of those toxins. So everything that we do kind of goes hand in hand with the body contouring. But for the most part, it's all body contouring. That's what we specialize in. That's all we do. And we'll continue to do. That's what we love to do here.
Yeah, that's cool. Is there anything else you want to share about your services?
I'd say, don't be scared to try it. It's
Mhm.
more relaxing than anything. The most that you'll feel is a little bit of heat. That's about it. With the cavitation, since it is a frequency wave, you do hear a ringing sound in your ear. Those are the waves entering your body, but there's no pain. And you see results the first time that you come in. So it's just, I think I just say like, don't be scared. Try it out, even if it's a session. It'll make you feel good.
Cool, awesome. Great. Well, one question I always ask my guests before we wrap up is, what does wellness abundance mean to you?
I mean, wellness is it's so important to life itself. And I think that the older that you get, and I know, personally, the older that I get, I think it's so important to incorporate it in your day to day or as much as you can. Because, similarly to what we were talking about is not only do you feel good and you see results, but it's almost like a stress reliever.
Mm.
And, everybody's going through something, whether it's subconsciously, we know it. So really, I mean, incorporating wellness into our day to day is just, it's important. It's important. And it's a lifestyle. So, whether it's bringing somebody new into this type of lifestyle, it's really rewarding to see, or just making sure that you continue to do it every day that you can.
Well, that's a
Definitely.
great answer. And I love that you mentioned it being like a stress reliever. It is. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Like getting good sleep is like,
It's
oh
so
my God.
important. It
It's so
it
important.
it
Yeah.
it runs your life. It really does. If you
Yeah.
don't get enough sleep or whatever it is, it becomes a routine thing, and it's so important in order for you to succeed, day to day, really.
Yeah. Yes, yes. And even just exercising, even going for a walk and keeping
Mhm.
those toxins flowing through your body so your body can exert them through the ways that it does. And just
Exactly.
moving your body just does so much for your mental health.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
Well, Karen, it was so nice to have you on. I'm so excited that we finally got to have this conversation. And I'll put anything, or how do you want people to connect with you?
They can either call the studio or email, either
Okay,
or. That's probably the best way.
great. I'll make sure that information is available. So cool, awesome. Well, I'm so excited that we have created this partnership, this collaboration. And for those of you listening or watching on YouTube, um, stay tuned for possibly some upcoming events that we'll be doing together. So you never know what's happening, what will happen in the future. And I have all these ideas in my head for helping clients. So maybe we can work on some of those together. But thanks again, Karen. I really appreciate your time. I know you're a busy woman, so I'm very grateful that you carved out time for us today.
Yeah, thank you. This was fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited to hopefully collaborate together on some
yeah,
future projects.
cool. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. And remember to subscribe wherever you're listening. Talk to you guys later. The Wellness Abundance Podcast is sponsored by Wellness Abundance Coaching. At Wellness Abundance Coaching, we help women lose weight effortlessly and minimize anxiety with clarity, empowerment, and flexibility. We offer one-on-one and group health coaching, corporate wellness programs, and on-demand fitness videos. To learn more about how we can help you become the healthiest version of yourself and to schedule a time to chat with us, visit melissaking.net.